Welcome. Just want to check an email I just got. Okay. What the fuck is happening? All right. I'm going to wait till some of you guys jump on. Claire just emailed me. I just became a member, but I have no access to the chat. Is that normal? I'm not sure. I'm just trying to figure out members myself. I had to go live this morning to see. I had to go live just a little while ago to see if you guys could access it, and it didn't say I was live. So that's frustrating. That's a little annoying. All right, Claire, hi. So it looks like you joined. I'm going to jump on this after that. I did, so if you go to my channel, and so if you go to my channel and near the subscribe button should be a join button, but you guys didn't see that, correct? So I know if you go to, let me go onto my channel. I know if you were to so say you're home and where the community is, where you see all the photos and that type of stuff, it does mention memberships. Right above, right there, in the not your description box, in my description box. Let me go to Dollar's Method to see if I can look at it differently. View channel. Oh, it doesn't say members is there. Okay. But if you go to home right there, and you were to click that little button right there, you can see all those, and then you can see my links. You can click on the membership button there. You can click on that link and join. So you would have to go, like I said, with the figgle sticks. Because it's not showing it this way for some reason. So again, you just click that button and go to the membership link there. And then it should bring you right there. So if you go down, it will say it was the $14.99 all uploads. This one's $1.99. It's not a thing. It's not a tier. And then donation station. Okay, that's just donating. You can see members. And if there would be a video, an option to choose, notify when it starts. Okay, so that's good. I feel like I tweaked a couple different things. The appreciation station, you can't see any of it. That's strange. There's a button membership, the last button of the menu. Huh. Well, I don't know, you think it'd be so much easier, and it just says all I have to do when I Google it is enable members, and I do because you guys are on members. So right after this, I'm going to jump over there. And if you go to the Mother's Day video, there is some explanation in that video of memberships, and it was more about frustration than anything. Because I had to choose a certain amount of tiers, which I think is like misconstruing, and it's almost manipulation. And I know a lot of people who have their channels will be like, all right, I'll meet you at members for extendeds, yada yada yada. I'm not doing extended videos like that. I'm not gonna be that person where, you know, you have to jump somewhere to get the answer info or a continuation somewhere else. I've been like that since I've been on my channel. It drives me fucking bananas. If I'm gonna do a continuation on any video, you know, and I've done it before where I'll send you the link. All you have to do is email me like a donation. It could be 50 cents. It could be $50. You know what I mean? Like whatever it is, I've given it away for free if you don't have the money. So that's just how I've always done that. I don't know exactly what I'll be doing on the memberships. And I know that's kind of like, well, that doesn't make any sense. But like, I really don't know where it's going to take us. You know, it's more about like healing and messages. And I might do like once a week, do like readings for you guys, like personal readings while we're just like chatting. Things like that, discussing things, chatting, healing, you know. So we'll figure that out as we go. And it's just YouTube's way of profiting more for them, not really us. We can obviously profit off of it ourselves, but whether you have a lot of money or a little money, I see tiers, like the highest tier can go up to like 500 to 800. Okay. Welcome, Amy. Amy just joined. So, and I've had this discussion again, like on the Mother's Day video. It is frustrating. And even with the $14.99, and I had to do the $1.99 tier because I had to choose 3 tiers. I couldn't just have like one. It was just the oddest thing. I just couldn't have like 2 tiers either. So that one does not exist. I wouldn't hit the $1.99 button because it does not exist. Okay, it's the $14.99, and then the appreciation station because I had to create that one in order to choose a lower price for the monthly membership. And I know it's $14.99, and to me it's like I don't know if I'd even want to like do that necessarily. It's like kind of like a Netflix thing or this and that, and but I didn't want anybody to just kind of like join either, in the sense of let's just see what she's talking about or yada yada yada. Yeah, does that make sense? I don't know. I wasn't prepared for this video. I don't need to really be prepared for this video. I'm just kind of like explaining as I go. But it also keeps away, you know, trolls and certain people who just want to, you know, have something to say because they're just assholes and they just want something to say. So there's a lot of reasons behind it. And I've been being drawn to do it for months and months and months now, and I just really wanted to like hesitate. Like I'm like, oh, because then it's having to like really schedule you guys in, mystical moments and memberships and Dallas method that I'm going to be jumping on to soon. It's a lot. I just got pulled to like cooking. Cooking with Court. I've been wanting to do that one for a while too. But so we'll figure it out. I don't know if I'm going to start the whole Dallas thing with the brain thing on this members channel. It wouldn't memberships, maybe some of it, but I really want to do an app for that one. So I'm slowly going to get to that. And I think the memberships is going to be multiple discussions, multiple things, not just readings. We'll have some fun with it. We'll go live with it. We'll figure out, what needs to kind of be worked on. But again, like, I do that stuff in my videos anyway. So that's why, to me, I'm like, I don't want to delegate all different things, but I'll figure it out with you guys. Make sure it's worth it, because you have my channel too. So again, typically members would be like, okay, I'm going to do, 1st through the 15th, all the signs. And then, we'll look into it more on members. So, that's like, to me, that's just kind of like manipulation. It's just wrong. It's just wrong to me. Like, it's me, it's my morals. It's manipulating you to come to memberships. You know what I mean? To get answers. So it's just wrong. And then I see people like what, like certain astrology and this and that with different tiers, but it is like a $300 tier for 24-hour astrology or $500 tier for 24-hour astrology. And I'll tell you, like, you can get that for free on Cafe Astrology. So I don't know what people's common sense are these days, okay, when it comes to certain stuff like that. And I know not everybody on my channel that's been a member for a long time can afford that. That's like adding another thing to a bill. These day and age, like, we can barely afford to fucking survive, and if we're surviving and just getting by, we don't have money to save necessarily. You know what I mean? Like, my situation being here, although like I pay rent and a lot of bills, it's still fucking insane. And ever since the accident, I'm like, oh my God, if I was in my own place paying triple what I pay now, like, I wouldn't be able to survive. So not everybody just has extra money in the bank like that. So if I did the $9.99 one, I would only see $6 because YouTube gets that, and then taxes for something else who pays out gets that. And then if I did the $14.99, more gets taken out, but I still end up like $10. And then they get the other like $4.99. But then when it comes to taxes at the end of the year, I'm still paying like $3 per membership. So I'm really only getting like $6-7 in my account. That's mine. With the $14.99. It's just fucking corrupt. It really is just really fucking shitty. So YouTube made the membership so they could make more money, not so we can make more money. And those higher tiers, I can't even imagine what they're paying out in taxes at the end of the year. We're going to start seeing videos on that because members just came into play. I think within like the last year. So we're going to start seeing a lot of people complaining about that eventually with videos. So I'm not quite sure what we're going to do on the other channel yet, but we'll definitely be there a few times a week, and we're going to do things, I've even thought about, I know I'm really good at like remote Reiki and that type of stuff, but I'm actually thinking like remote like acupuncture, teaching you guys certain things or like how to clear energy with your own hands putting them on the right pressure points on your body, that type of stuff. Like, I have a lot of different like ideas where we're gonna go with it. I'm not just quite sure. You know, it's, to me, it's probably gonna be a shit ton of different things. And again, I think once a week I want to do some readings, personal readings for you guys live. Throw you different cards, a couple cards. I know, bad habit. I got a couple left. Got that nicotine patch on. Doing good. I haven't smoked a cigarette in months and months and months and months. Don't ever pick one of these up. That's why I tell my kids, worst thing, might as well just pick up a fucking cigarette. It's just awful. It's so fucking convenient, and it's awful. It's just awful. Worst thing the government could have created for us. But hey, they're just trying to knock us off this planet, so it makes sense, you know? They got me. So I just thought, like, because it has less nicotine, that it'd be easier to quit my cigarettes. Do not do that. That's where I made that mistake. I substituted one for another. Does not work. And I was only smoking a few cigarettes a day. This, I'm just like, if I could find something that pulls like this with no nicotine in it, perfect. But we're not going to find something like that. Got one right here. It's not the same though. It's not. So anywho, I will get creative when it comes to memberships as we continue to ascend. I didn't know what word I wanted to use there. So yeah, don't ever pick up one of those vapes. Worst thing you can do. Really, truly is. So again, I just wanted to do a quick little video. Kind of explaining members. So again, I won't be that person like, I'll see you on members and a continuation. I do that. I'd rather just take something and wrap it up in one video like I do with you guys. You know what I mean? And I've been saying it for a while too, like I want to read differently, but like I deal with karma. So, you know, it's important to know where we're at, where other people are at, what's going on. It's important to know the outside energies and what we're dealing with, you know. And again, like all like my OGs, like I don't even know how you stuck around for so damn long. It's our connection, you know, and because of where I probably go next is why we're still all here. Because if I wouldn't want to jump on and see those readings every day like I do. Like I'd be like, the fuck with this shit. You know what I mean? So, but again, I'm not looking for happy-go-lucky, all that type of different, like, I'm very particular with readers, you know? So, again, now I think like I watch like one or two and I just can't. And then all I want to do is kind of like complain about them. And I've been saying that for you guys like 5 years now. Like I feel like I was meant to like take down YouTube and readers and how things are being presented. And it's not me just bashing on them, but like it's kind of like I am. But I said to you guys, like, I don't want to cause a YouTube war by calling people out, but like I almost feel like every single thing that I watch, Spirit wants me to call it out because there's so many people watching this content and not realizing what's actually happening. You know, so it's just an industry that has to be restructured for sure. So again, I came across a video the other day and I wanted to bring it up to you. I believe she was talking about porn, and entities and attachments. And she has something against it. That's why, but what she was saying was kind of like to like kind of scare you guys, and it's not, you watch porn, like you don't. We can all have an opinion and be judgmental, but it's what she was saying that was false, that only would intimidate other people. So I'll have to figure out what video that was again and have that conversation with you. And that conversation could be, there's so many different conversations. Porn industry is just making money to survive themselves, no judgment. Yeah. It's every industry, there's something. And when you majority of people who become spiritual always have that choice between darker and lighter energies. What are you going to choose? How to make more money? Because when you hit a certain point in your journey in regards to YouTube and a reader and how you started your journey, for some reason that comes into play. I don't know why it does, but it does. You make money on YouTube or make money on a porn website. You have OnlyFans where you don't got to show your face, or you can have certain people, or and then people can pay separately. My friend's daughter does just lingerie, and she banks, like, she made over $1 million last year, and just because of her body and her shape and the way she talks to people, but she's not even fake. You know what I mean? So like, if you have it, flaunt it. Like, not in the sense of like you got to do porn, but like a lot of people look at OnlyFans as just being like dirty too, and it doesn't have to be. You can still have a lot of self-respect for yourself, and my daughter's worked at a daycare, and this one woman had a family, and she's known in the porn industry, and she makes a shit ton of money, but she's also safe about it. She's married. It's not like nasty porn. There's different types of porn, and she's making her living. She chose to make her living that way. And this day and age, I wouldn't be surprised if your kids attempt OnlyFans at a young age or certain stuff, and because their brain isn't fully at capacity yet, and and it's an easy way of making money. But I'm not going to bash the porn industry. There's different types of things, you know what I mean? That's where people get what they want to get out of something. They're not all perverts who watch porn, and the people that get addicted to porn, whole different story. But like, we're also in the midst of like an ascension, so I don't know exactly how that industry is going to go, and do I think it will always be here. But I'm just saying, like, you can't take down an industry like that. Like, you want to be judgmental towards it, then so be it. That's on you. But you're not going to be able to take down that industry. But to scare people, in the sense of like, don't watch it, but to lie about it, I mean, that's wrong. It's her opinion, but she's also manipulating her watchers, and this one woman, and I've talked about it plenty of times, going to mention her name, she spits I've been watching her for a long time. And that's her way of doing Reiki. A lungy in on the camera and spit on the camera lens is not Reiki. It's just, so it's almost just, it's disrespectful to spit, and especially towards, like, it's just not Reiki. So to even say that, you know, and this, I've mentioned her plenty of times, like, and I think now Spirit just has me watch it to, you know, present things to you guys. Unfortunately, because I can't even get through 5 minutes of it sometimes. Or like when she's like, it's ASMR, when she has like a snack. And it's like, no, she just doesn't know how to chew with her mouth shut. I don't even, it's whatever. So, you know, I do want to find that video and write down what she does, you know, and then get to it with you guys. But I almost wish I did it for this one, since we're having the damn conversation. Oh, I need to plug in my computer. I feel like I'm very itchy today. Like, so my face is itching, my chest is itching. Yeah, you'll find some good people on YouTube, absolutely. You know, so yeah, so I know some of you guys watch her, and a lot of you had to stop watch her. It's like, who's that other one? I don't name the channel, but her name was Jen, and she just got on a high horse, and I had to stop. I'm like, I just don't even understand how her channel is continuing to grow. So it is what it is. I just, you know, it is what it is. If you choose to watch it, you choose to watch it. That's on you on where that's gonna take you. You know. And some of the stuff she says, and it's just, she'll still be like, she'll still mention the corona thing. And it's just like, it's just super frustrating when people are like, oh, I predicted this, no, you're just a fucking messenger. I stopped doing like a lot of predictions, but all my big predictions came in. I predicted that coronavirus a year before it was coming, just like she did. But I don't continuously talk about it. Like, hey, go look at this. Like, she's basically saying, like, everything I say is correct. And, you know, it's just, it pulls people in, but I don't think she realizes, like, the people, like, she's pulling in, even though she's acting like she's doing some type of, like, Reiki for you. Spitting is not Reiki. Telling people off is not Reiki. Like, it's just, she's very imbalanced, and she has been for over a year. But she's very convincing. You know, it's like the twin flame thing, how she like believes in it but doesn't believe in it, and then but yet then she does videos on it. You know, and I get it, because a lot of people believe in the twin flame theory, but it was just something that someone created to draw more people in, thinking that that's your answer and thinking that's what you're going through. And it's because of the twin flame, without really understanding what it is. Like, they do exist, but not here on Earth. And it's not like that. And that's not even the name for them. In the Matrix, what the name is a catalyst. That's all it is. And a soulmate can be a catalyst as well. So it's just the whole industry has to be reconstructed for sure. There's no question. It needs to be reconstructed. It is what it is. Yeah, she's changed a lot. I watched her grow. It's pretty, you know. And I talked to her on the phone, just like chatting for years. So it does bother me to talk about some stuff, but it is what it is. I'm meant to talk about this type of stuff, you know.
Mom?
Yeah.
Who's in the bathroom upstairs?
Maybe Grandpa?
Oh, I thought Grandpa was sleeping or wasn't home or something.
His car's outside.
Caden's sleeping, so.
It was like cat food.
I just fed them.
My mind.
So. And then with the dogs and the dogs being channelers, I get that there can be some type of link, but to the extent that she's going to and like, it just, yeah, I don't even know what to say.
Blue Hawaii. Orange tangerine.
Give me a kiss.
Can I have these?
Yeah.
I want to take two.
That one has little bits of like fruit in it. I'm not crazy about that
The
one.
orange one?
Yeah. Love you. Have a good day. Love you.
My hair smells good.
Fantastic.
Put avocado oil and then olive oil in them. Like olive oil hairspray. It's for your...
Avocado oil?
No, olive oil. It's for your scalp and hair shine treatment and moisture. So I put it in my braids when I shower tomorrow. Yeah. Second. I want to put it in my hair. My hair smells so good and like non-frizzy.
Mm-hmm.
So when she took it out of the fishtail braid, it stayed like that for like 2 days. Actually,
Who did the fishtail? You? Alana. But you know how to do it right now? Or is it a regular braid?
This is a regular braid. This one's like messy. But, no. Yeah. Oh yeah, fruit's coming now. This is a little weird, but Jess gone. Yeah. Text you when I work. I'm not recording anything. See you later.
See you later, Gator.
Love you.
Love you.
Bye.
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 You going anywhere?
Bye.
Bye. Bye, Kaden.
Bye, Max.
I don't know if Love you.
All right, have a good day. I'll see you at 6.
Love you.
Love you. So yeah. Anywho. So we'll figure out what we'll do on the other channel. And you guys will still get as much attention. You watch too many videos, it brings confusion. Yeah. I mean, I went through all that when I first started my journey, and I must have watched like 40 readers trying to figure out if that one's going to say the same thing. This one, it took a while to kind of realize what was going on. It took a couple years, you know. And when the energy just like repeats and repeats and repeats, and we test ourselves. And even though we're awakened and we have self-worth and certain stuff, I'm just going to pull to this deck. We still find ourselves testing ourselves, you know, quite a few times before things click. Like, even if we're a catalyst, there's still something there for us as well. And you wouldn't think there would be, but there is. There's no escaping growth. You know? So I don't even watch any now. Like here and there, and but I'll still watch her for. I'm still pulled like to watch her, but it's almost like talking about stuff. And some videos are okay, and then others, But it's just. I don't think she's the only one that's really aggressive pushing members in the way she talks about why. Ooh, Charlie horse in my left leg. How the fuck did I just do that? And how I don't even know what I was gonna say. It doesn't even fucking matter. Know what I mean? I don't know. Astrology, yeah. Astrology is definitely important, for sure. So. Trying to figure out if I want to throw a couple cards. I'll just throw a couple. And then I'm going to jump on to members. Sunday, fun day, 5 of Vessels. The Star, 5 of Vessels, still wants to come out, which is the 5 of Cups. I don't 3 of Stones. It's like a contract that you're in. Hi. I know, Bubba. I know. You want to sit right there? You can sit right there. It's like a contract that you're in. It's almost like you can get yourself out of it. But it's almost like it's like a contract that brings some type of, I'm hearing innocence, but like sorrow. It's almost like something that was meant to be experienced. The star is throwing me off. King of Blades, 7 of Blades, but there's lies, manipulation, sabotage, the moon, the star and the moon. So it is an alignment. I don't know if you were kind of looking for the King of Cups, but you got the King of Blades. But there is manipulation, there's deception, it's like because you're not seeing something. Like, how many times are you going to allow an energy to... King of Sticks at the bottom of the deck. It's a contract where I almost feel like you're still trying to work with energy that brings some type of sorrow or regret, but it's like not moving forward because it is a contract. But like, there's a snake here trying to get the eggs, right? And you had the 7 of Swords. So it's like you needing to see that this contract was almost meant for you. It was designed for you, but it's meant for you to see that this person or these energies, that job, something is not meant for you. Because I want to figure out how do you get, I want to know how you get out of this contract. And you got the Magician, 9 of Blades. Meditate, go within, find balance, ground yourself. So it's almost like you have to do some type of, I wouldn't even say inner work. We're always doing inner work, but this 9 of Swords is the 6 of Cups. Because this isn't a fun contract. And I do feel like, at your crossroads, I do feel like you are meant to experience this contract. You need to... Morning.
Morning. I went and had breakfast with my brother.
Yeah, Mom told me.
I'm going to go up to Maine Thursday. He's got some stuff. He's been selling stuff and getting rid of stuff. So he's got some stuff I'm going to take.
Okay.
But I have to go pick it up. I got to go up to Maine Thursday.
Yeah.
A couple of tools, a couple boxes of ammunition.
Okay.
For guns that he just doesn't want to transport across the country again.
Yeah.
You know? So,
Okay.
anyway.
Sounds good. I think he's in his little home.
And
I think they both.
who's Sheldon?
He's, I think, on the side of the.
Oh, yeah.
You see him? Yeah. So,
I only go to the garage.
okay. You know how I tell you guys, like, you're never the karmic? You became the karmic because somebody didn't situate something they were supposed to. There's some type of control here, but it's not yours. It's someone is using something as a control factor. So it's almost like they still have that string cord attachment. It's almost like you were there for somebody's, I wouldn't even say amusement, but you have to transform something here. Yeah, see, I knew it had to do with some type of regret here. I don't know if, like, you regret walking away. This is a tough contract that you guys are under because there's nothing about it that's exciting. It just brings disappointment. It may be one of these things where you just regret putting yourself in this situation, but almost in the sense of like, you need to regret. This is fucking complicated. You need to find some type of balance in your own life. Shadow work summer. I mean, it could involve, your own shadow work. Something became, there was something, I'll put it this way. This is a contract that was supposed to be, it is a destined contract. It is, it's, you choose your fate. They choose their fate. I don't think you chose the wrong fate. I think they chose the wrong fate. And I think you still think about how this person regrets how something went down. You're constantly thinking about the karmic, but I now think you became the karmic because this person chose to stay with the karmic. Lighten up. You're being asked to remember life doesn't always have to be so serious. Yes, it's hard things happening. No, it's not always easy here on earth, but you can always find time to laugh, be silly, have fun. It's important that you do so. So, divine timing popped over. So, to me, just get outside, hang out with your friends, manifest new things. I wouldn't manifest a person. It's not necessary. What's meant for you comes your way. I think this is something where it's a lesson. How far are you going to go? How far are you going to take something? In the sense of you were probably a catalyst for a particular situation. Might want to work with Tiger's Eye. You were probably a catalyst for a particular situation. They didn't do their shadow. You're working on your shadow. But the way you can get through your shadow is just enjoying yourself, summer, the outdoors. It's a type of grounding. This person is not who you thought they were. Because it's constant, like, I wouldn't say constant, like wake up, go to bed, but like once a week, twice a week. It's just something you hear. It could be on a reader. It can be a show, a movie, something you're watching. I think you need to regret a situation here and realize when you got into this situation, you probably knew it was karmic, or you knew there was a karmic. And how far did you take it? Like what? Because especially if you're a catalyst, you're not really meant to like stick around. So if you did stick around in a situation, it was more because that person allowed you to stick around. Very narcissistic energy, in the sense, because they were getting fed, but you were getting fed too. You know what I mean? But you stuck around too long when you should have known when to dip out. And I think you did know when to dip out, and you just didn't. So dip out, because you became the karmic, because they didn't do their shadow work. So to me, this is something you've been out of for a while already, but here and there it still comes into play because of the memories that you guys have, the memories you share. And it could just be like a past life link here. And that's why, you continue to kind of test yourself. So this is one of these things when I talk about like forgiveness. Forgive somebody for doing this, or they want your forgiveness. This, to me, sometimes, forgiving yourself for what you put yourself through, spirituality and religion, biblical at the bottom of the deck. This is an energy where it's not, you guys don't mesh when it comes to religion or your outlook, and it bothers this person. When we're spiritual, that stuff doesn't bother us. If somebody has a belief and it's not yours, so be it, as long as they have their belief, because that's important, right? This person has an issue with your religion or spirituality. It will continue to be an issue. It's a thing. It could be a family issue. Who knows? But it's an issue for them. Okay. So you knew better when you should have dipped out. I don't even think you saw the extent of this person just can't deal with you being spiritual. It's fucking bizarre. But this person definitely has issues with that. You gotta release this. I don't know if you became victim. I don't think you played victim here by any means. I think, it's just an unfortunate situation. You're the more you spend time in nature and with yourself and grounding, whatever it may be, the easier it's gonna get. I feel like there is some type of enlightenment here for you. Because it really was something that could have came together, but it didn't because they chose a different karmic route. This person didn't want to do their shadow work. If you were to like really see, and this person just kind of watches, but if you sat back and watched, if you sat back and wrote a list, why do you want this energy? What was it about this person? I know what you thought you saw, which was potential, but you never got the potential. No one promised potential because this was a contract that was meant to go down. Again, this person didn't do their own shadow work. You did. So I feel like you've been out of it. I don't think this is something you've been dwelling on or crying on. You might here and there, and when you watch a movie or something, you probably get triggered by this energy because they still watch you, but they say nothing. It's almost like, whether they're aware of it or not, it's a control thing, but it's on their end. Again, if you cry, purge, release, it's just when you get triggered. So again, I think this is an energy you think of here and there, maybe like the last few months, 8 months for some of you a little over a year. The karmic never left. The karmic always had a place. But you became the karmic. Just your best advice is just have patience here. You are manifesting. You do have to abandon a situation here, though. You need to be patient on yourself and you need to abandon this situation. Like, I think this is the hard thing because I feel like you were meant to manifest with this energy. You're on different timelines, even though the timeline was supposed to come together. The alignment was supposed to come together and it didn't. So you went one direction, they went another. Do I think that you saw potential? Yeah. Do I think you've been sitting here trying to manifest this energy? No, I don't. But they still come into play because of the potential you thought you had. So you need to abandon this energy, this person, manifest elsewhere. Don't let the past get the best of you. Think about, here and now, not even really a future, just here and now with temperance, finding that balance, grounding, going outside with nature, working with nature, flowers, birds, twigs, however, whatever is best for you. So it was a contract where the other person didn't follow through. So now that it's karmic to you, now that you're the karmic, now you need to like look back and really, you do need to feel and sit with this regret, because don't regret going back into this person's life if that's the case, but where the regret is coming from, you need to feel the feeling of regret in the sense of you overstayed your welcome. But they have some type of control factor over here. I don't know if it's silence, or that, they speak here and there. It's like dangling a carrot in front of your face. So this is something that you do need to abandon. They already abandoned you a while ago, if you ask me. It's not like a recent abandonment. I need to grab my water. This energy will eventually come around. They always do. I don't think it would be worth it. I don't think it'd be worth entertaining. I think let bygones be bygones. Got 2 9s. Grow new seeds. Be that like wounded warrior. Like don't sit and question too many things here. Yeah, you need to turn your own wheel with the 2 of sticks. You need to go in a new direction here. Like this, you have to abandon the thought of even this person and realize when you should have dipped out and you didn't, because you saw potential, but they never gave you that potential. They kept you around because it suited them. And they kept you around for so long because they were still playing games with the other karmic. So be patient on yourself here, because this is a harder contract to break, because it was a contract where you guys should have worked it out. Definitely could have worked it out. But this person chose to stick it out with the karmic. They chose the karmic. It was the safer route for them. They didn't have to do the shadow work. So right now you're just at your crossroads. You got to put yourself at your crossroads. Okay, you have to, again, be patient on yourself. The contract, you have to put a barrier up. I think eventually they'll come back, but it's only because you're now going to look at something a certain way or feel a particular energy a certain way, which cuts off their energy. So this was a really beneficial reading. Your best advice in regards to this situation, you just cutting off this contract, moving forward. To me, the contracts, you have to cut it. Confidence. Confidence. The Queen Bee shows up in your reading to remind you of your stamina and the vital role you play in somebody else's life. You are completely and utterly unique in your confidence and your self-esteem is what makes you influential. You have been chosen to be part because you have all the tasks to lead the way. Your self-confidence grows as you work on the answers through knowledge and experience. The sacrifice of short-term gratification in order to achieve long-term goals for the biggest rewards. Fear of failure or even your success is counterproductive. You know that when you double your accomplishments, you need to double the number of mistakes. Don't be afraid of making them. Use this card if you need more self-confidence. Envision the power of the Queen Bee carrying her own needs to others. See yourself rising up strong and determined. I am me, I am enough. And this is basically kind of like everything I just kind of talked about in the sense of the vital role you played in somebody else's life, but you are a catalyst. But now it's time to put the barrier up and teach other people. You know, some people don't like when I talk about my past and certain things, and it's typically people who have issues with whatever, you know what I mean? But it's like, that's how I teach, you know, and it is through experiences, and it's not hard on us. It's more hard on us as readers and who we are as individuals and the experiences we have, and then to share them and to be honest and explain them so you guys kind of understand what's going on. And a lot of people don't like that. It's like, oh, you're sharing other people's business or this and that, and that's not really what it is. It's about me, my experience, and I guarantee you've all experienced what I've experienced, and that's how we get out of these situations. So put up the barrier. Be at your crossroads, which is this reading. This is your crossroad. Put the barrier up. Not even like boundaries, like this person doesn't even belong in your life anymore. They made that choice. And it would never work with the karmic. Whether they're together or not, it's a kid's father, a kid's mother, it's a family member, it doesn't matter. It will always be karmic. They chose karmic. Even if they're not together, even if they got a divorce, whatever the case may be, they still chose to suit other people's feelings instead of going after you. What they really want. They're still stuck in the matrix. Do I want it? Do I not? This, like, they can't even make decisions for themselves right now. And again, like, even if this person has a family, like, they're still going to prioritize the karmic. Does that make sense? They don't want issues with the karmic. They don't want issues with, you know what I mean? So they're not going to break conditioning. So again, I don't think this is like heart-wrenching on you. I don't. I think you take this experience, you move forward. I think this is an energy that you think of often. You could have saw the potential, but like, they didn't show you the potential. You saw the potential. You did have a contract. They chose not to do shadow work. They chose not to break conditioning. They chose not to self-advocate. They chose, you know what I mean? Like, and spirituality, you being spiritual is a big issue for them, which is so odd to me. Because technically it's not a religion. Animism, that type of stuff, that's a religion, you know. But this person can't comprehend because they can't comprehend that type of journey. They're on their own journey, but they're in a matrix journey. They had enough awakening through you being a catalyst and just hope that they've learned something from the situation. But then the tables turn and you got to figure out, okay, so what did I learn? What did I take from this situation? You know, yeah, Patreon and members is different. I haven't been on Patreon in years. I started the memberships. I had issues with Patreon, and I'm still waiting. There's still thousands of dollars in Patreon for you guys to grab for those who stayed on Patreon. You can get the refund. So, yeah, you have to abandon this situation mentally. You have to put the barrier up, and not in the barrier in the sense they come back around and you need healthy boundaries. No. You need to abandon this situation because you were never the karmic, but you became the karmic because they didn't want to do their dirty work, is what I'm hearing. This person will truly never accept who you are. Like, they accept, okay, I want to say that differently. They accept who you are. People around them do not. So this person's still dwelling on, why do we have this connection? Why is this connection here? Like, why do I feel this way? Like, they're still in the matrix. So instead of going after something and enjoying life and enjoying you, they're still like asking themselves questions. They chose the karmic route. They chose not to do shadow work. They chose not to incorporate you into their life because of other people, because of outcomes, because repercussions. They chose not to redeem themselves. This person probably doesn't even feel the need to give you an apology. And if they're regretting something, they're regretting, probably using you as like a rebound or retaliation, listening to other people talking about you as if you were just probably a side piece, not speaking about you with respect, laughing when somebody says something because it's their way of kind of like, yeah, haha, I agree with you, but it's like they don't know their ass from their elbow right now. So yeah, Mari, what members you can, we just had that conversation before we got into this read. But in the description box, there's a link that you can click on. And I'm about to bounce over there. And if he apologized, fine, but it's not. And was it probably sincere? Yeah. But it's not enough for them to do their karmic work. You guys did have a contract. And I think that's where you are kind of like, why do I still like think there's potential with this person? Because there's not. There's not any potential anymore. I mean, I've been in situations like that where I'm not necessarily like waiting for that person, but like don't want to like be serious with anybody else really, because I know that I feels like that energy, I know like it will come back around type energy. That's where I kind of feel like we make our mistakes. And I can't even tell you how many times in the last few years I did that with somebody I was dating in particular. But it was never a commitment. It was just kind of like dating, but it lasted a few years. So it's almost like, to us, we have to look at it as a breakup. even though you really weren't committed. But you did everything in the sense like you were in a commitment. You know what I mean? But you didn't have that commitment because they had their karmic. They were committed to their karmic at the end of the day. So I hope that makes sense. But you have to look at it like as a breakup, and that might help you because then you feel like, all right, that makes sense on why this energy still lingers. Does that make sense for you guys? Because that's what it feels like. That's what it is. That's why the energy is lingering. Look at it as a breakup. And it's hard when you spend years of comfort with somebody and intimacy and conversations and remembering the times they were there for you, but there's also a lot of times they weren't there for you because they were dealing with a karmic. So that's why that energy is lingering, because there was supposed to be a contract. Now you have to find your way out of that contract because they chose to stay in it. So you're now the karmic. In the beginning, you weren't the karmic. You were the catalyst. The roles reversed. And I think in the beginning of our journeys, we didn't even look at the catalyst as if like they had a role to play. Well, they had a massive role to play, but like in the sense of like there wasn't a lesson for them. And I think that's where we got stuck because then we played that role. And that's where we got stuck because there was a lesson for us. We just assumed in the beginning there wasn't a lesson. You were just like this catalyst lesson learned. You know what I mean? But then like you didn't dip out when you knew there was plenty of times that you should have dipped out. You know, misery loves company. That's what they chose. Even if they're divorced or not together, whether they're together or not, it doesn't matter. This person should no longer play a role in your thoughts, your mind, your world. Done. Put the barrier up, block it, let it go. So again, like there's still like a string. It's not like a cord attachment, which is great. It's like a string, but it's like our own web that we weaved. You know, you can build a new web every single day. Don't incorporate them in your web anymore. And it's tough because I think this is a person where you were able to see a few, like you meshed in the sense of lifestyle. So it could have been a thing like that potential was there when it comes to the Four of Wands, not in the sense of commitment, like lifestyle, like how you want to live your life out. Like they had that potential to be that person. Not like holy matrimony, like could have eventually married this person, but like you guys had that. You guys fit that lifestyle together, but they chose to be with somebody that doesn't even really suit them. So I don't know if they grew up in a very conservative household or if there's somebody they're dealing with who grew up in a very conservative household because that's how they ran their household. You don't belong in a conservative household. So you have to differentiate those type of things that you actually want. And I think you see both sides, like how I'm explaining it, but they still want to live in a conservative household and you don't. So you got to look at stuff like that. Your past, your current, the person that you still think about. You know what I mean? The person on your mind. So even though you could see that lifestyle, what you gotta see is that you're not conservative and they are. It's like the King of Pence. We don't necessarily want the King of Pence. You know? You don't gotta be
What?
You don't have to be quiet.
I don't?
No.
Aren't you talking to somebody?
Yeah, well, just YouTube.
What do you mean just YouTube? Isn't it a customer or a client? Are you doing a reading?
No, I'm not doing a reading. I'm just live on YouTube.
Oh.
So. Okay.
Live on YouTube.
Live on YouTube.
Okay.
Okay. So it's like we were dealing with the King of Pence, but in all reality, we don't necessarily want the King of Pence. And for the longest time, for years, it was dealing with the Emperor, but not like the Emperor, like the type of Emperor we wanted. You know what I mean? Like, we want the King of Wands, we want the King of Pence, we want a combination of things, right? Somebody to take control of certain situations, just not let things linger, make you guess, read between the lines, that type of shit. Fuck that shit. You need somebody that's more like in your face, take control, tell you what they want, to be assertive, to show affection, to be vulnerable, to be an asshole if they need to be an asshole. Like, it's that type of energy. You know what I mean? Like, you're dealing with just the King of Pence, somebody who's very practical, conservative. They probably don't even look at themselves as being conservative, but they are. They're the King of Pence. They focus more on their bank account, like very practical making decisions, when you're like more like on a whim or very spontaneous. Like, you would hit this person up very spontaneously, like, what's up, buttercup, and shit like that. You know what I mean? Like, whether they would respond or not. You're also dealing with other energies here that have that control factor. Like, if you piss them off, they just go silent. It's very immature, but it's their way, and it's very narcissistic. But like, they're looking at it like, hopefully this person will just look at it like, I just don't want to entertain this conversation, so I'm not even going to respond and be the bigger person. No, they're not the bigger person. It's bullshit. They're aggravated. They don't know how to respond. You triggered them, so they block. Like, it's immature, or they don't respond. Like, I don't care how mad I am or angry, you're going to get my opinion. I'm not, you want to act like you're a friend, but then yet you block something because your own ego gets in the way. Fuck that shit. So there's multiple connections here. That was just like a side message that came through. I don't think that person necessarily doing that, but I think that other person, doesn't respond if they don't know what to say. So they don't respond, but it triggers you. And I don't even think they do it intentionally. Sometimes you're just dealing with somebody who doesn't want to deal with the repercussions of a situation that they put you in. So again, I think we all walked away, but this energy still comes in because we saw the potential. We meshed with the Four of Wands. But what we didn't look at was their conservative lifestyle. And you do not have that conservative lifestyle. So in a way, Spirit's doing you a favor. But this was a lesson for you to figure out. Like, you kept testing yourself. And it is unfortunate because it was a different type of connection you were dealing with. You were actually you were supposed to be together. That's where this shit gets tricky. So there's that. We can definitely live without this energy, because if you actually sit back and be like, it will make sense to you. And it makes, like, you probably know this person still like watches you, or it doesn't matter. That's not part of it anymore. It doesn't matter. This person has a way even to make you nervous. They have a way to shift your energy. And that's what sucks, because you were meant to lift each other up. and that didn't happen. That energy brought you down. And now it's time for you to realize you don't want that down anymore. Because you've already lifted yourself up and out of this situation when it comes to self-motivation. You're probably just wondering why this energy is lingering. And this is why the energy is lingering. This energy has the ability to trigger you, and it also has the ability to lift you up, but they're not choosing to lift you up. They brought you down. So that's where that confidence energy needs to be brought into the equation, because they still have the ability to make you nervous, to doubt yourself. And it's because they've never done their own work. I guarantee this is somebody where a lot of people say, like, you make me feel like I'm not good enough or something, because they have that ego. They have that in the aura because of their childhood. They never did the work that was needed to be done to treat a woman with respect and hold them in high category. Like, they'll always want to be dominant. I wouldn't go as far as a womanizer, but maybe some of them are. You know what I mean? They'll always want to make more money. They'll always want to feel better. They'll always want to have the right answers. You know what I mean? Like, and that doesn't work if they're not incorporating it the right way. And that's what's happening. Or that's what's already happened. And now it's just, good morning, here for you to realize that that's what it is. You know? Not the end of the world. They chose not to, confront their childhood. Like, this person would be emotionally unavailable. There's only like a certain level of vulnerability this person can get to. That's not going to work for you. And people are different. You can still love each other the same amount. But if somebody doesn't show it, and you're not committed, and you're not working through stuff and talking about stuff, it's never going to work. You can't just tell yourself, I know they love me, they just don't know how to express it. That's not going to cut it. And find out where your Venus is too, because that's important. You can't change how you think of who you are, and you never should. And that's why when we do that, it doesn't work. I've never done that, so I've never had that experience, but I know a lot of people do that. But I know, even according to my chart, I know what I need from somebody, and it makes sense because that's exactly what I need. And because my moon is Capricorn, I need to feel that stability. So it's even harder for me, because if I don't feel that stability, I can't trust. I have walls up. It's also, every part of your chart plays a part with the connection you have. And with this person, you could have made it actually work. The synergy was there. But they didn't want to work on their own shit with themselves and other people to incorporate you into their lifestyle. And that's the way it is.
It's raining.
It is raining. I'm super excited.
Are you stoked?
Stoked. Sure the fuck am.
Okay.
Washing all that pollen away. Love you more. So it is what it is. And our charts say a lot. So again, Cafe Astrology, put in the information and look at your damn chart. It will help guide you. It's meant to guide you in this lifetime. And if you're not getting certain things from certain people, and it mentions different qualities too, and if you're not getting those things from certain people, you're not going to be able to make it work. You can't change them. And you certainly can't change yourself to suit them. That won't work either. And our spirituals are not conservative, and you are dealing with the King of Pentacles. Practical, responsible, but they don't know how to incorporate those other energies for you. And I'm sure they went through a lot of, you triggered a lot of them. You guys probably married each other with certain stuff. And I just think it sucks because I do feel like you had a contract with this person and they just didn't. I mean, you definitely did. They just didn't want to do the work. They probably are sitting back and like, oh, they probably think I'm still with this person, or I'm still married, or I'm still doing it. That doesn't fucking matter. That's the least thing from our fucking mind. We're not still in your life as if like we're a crazy fucking karmic. The reason why this energy is still lingering is because it was meant to be a contract. And now you're just kind of like figuring it out. Like, why do I keep testing myself with this energy? That's where we're at. This is not something you're dwelling on. This person probably still thinks you're dwelling on them. I guarantee this person still thinks about you almost every day. And this person stays busy by working, doing things around the house, anything that can distract them, addictions, whatever the case may be. And I don't even think it's like them playing games right now in regards to manipulation. If it is, then what goes around comes around. But it's more about what you need to recognize. And I don't think you're dealing with like a horrible person. I do think you were meant to play a contract out with this person like it would have worked if this person did their work. They didn't do what needed to be done. So again, I don't think this person is a horrible person. They just didn't do what was needed to be done. And therefore, the contract needs to be out. Imagine this person's name right now. Write their name. Tear it up. Tear the contract up. Done. And we can't feel bad for them anymore. So that regret, that's like our lesson. Why do we regret walking away? Because they're going to come back and test us. Or somebody else will come in and play the same role and test us until you figure out you don't need to regret putting a barrier up, blocking this energy. Guarantee you don't want to block the energy. Because that lingering energy is still there. That's where we become stuck. But you gotta abandon this situation. You gotta let it go. They abandoned you. And now we're struggling to abandon them. Fuck that shit. Tear the contract up. Visualize it. Tear it up. Do yourself a fucking favor. And that sucks. That's where it sucks for us. That's being spiritual is not easy. I think people just don't fucking get it. We actually own our shit, work with our shit, go after our shit, envision our shit. Like we're not Matrix. Life is so much fucking harder for us until we figure out fucking shit. And depending on who you are and how you guide, and if you're influential, it's even fucking more difficult because, these experiences right here that we're having become more fucking complicated. You make this person nervous, you intimidate them. You make them feel what unconditional love feels like. They don't want to feel that. And especially from you, because they wanted that from somebody else. Because they're still dealing with the karmic. They won't get it from that person. They're more comfortable in the matrix. And it is what it is. And I feel like you can watch a movie and certain stuff too and be like, oh, I could have had that. Or, you know what I mean? Like, I guarantee this person has abandoned you. Guarantee it. But yet we have trouble abandoning them. Fuck that shit. Abandon this person. And again, I don't think we're sitting here dwelling on it, but it is a lingering energy that now needs to be abandoned. Okay? I don't think this person gets like, their redemption was with the karmic. They want the karmic to forgive them. The redemption should have been with you. The apology should have gone towards you. It didn't. It went towards the other person. They're trying to redeem themselves with the karmic. And the karmic's just sitting back, probably loving it and playing games with them. But they don't want to see that because they're trying to redeem themselves from what happened with you two. That's how this is playing out right now. How crazy is that? When they should have apologized to us and redeemed themselves with us. They chose to redeem themselves with the other person. It's so fucked up. That person doesn't have enough self-worth. They don't have enough self-respect for themselves. How crazy is that? Well, I mean, it's not crazy, but it's crazy, you know? Yeah, that's when it's like you can have each other. Like, you two fucking deserve each other. I've said that to people. You two fucking deserve each other. Have fun with that. Have fun with that, playing house with that person. Because you're playing house. You don't have a home. You don't have that stability. For real. So they're trying to redeem themselves with them in regards to you and what happened with you. So they're apologizing to the karmic. Have fun playing house. All I see is a dunce hat. You know what I mean? Like, you can smack a big Burger King fucking hat on this person's fucking head right now. And that's the way it is. I don't think you guys have another chance. Not this person. Could be somebody else from your past, but not with this person. You know? So. All right, I'm going to jump on members. Actually, I think I'm going to jump on members in a little while. I want to clear the energy. I might put a sweatshirt on and even go under the porch with the rain. I don't know if it's going to rain all day, but I want some cleansing energy. It's going to rain until 2. I'm definitely going to do members today. I just feel like I need to cleanse. So again, like, I don't know how, like, the whole healing process is going to come in with the members and how we're going to, like, approach things, because it's not just going to be readings. Mary, members is near the join button, near the subscribe button. There should be a join button, but there's not. But if you go to the description box in the very beginning of the video, if you're on my home page and you go to, like, view channel and you're on my home page, like, next to community should even be members, but it's not. But in the front right here, if you go to where it says more and you click more and you scroll down, the membership link will be right there. And then you can click on that and join. It's the $14.99 tier. Don't do the $1.99 tier. It doesn't exist. The 99-cent one is Appreciation Station. And then when you do that, sometimes I can scoot you on to the readings. But those are for those who really can't afford the $14.99. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want people taking advantage of that. Spirit knows what goes around comes around, you know? So you can even join that for now. And so you can afford the $14.99 and still be on members. And I'm good with that. Because the amount of money they take out of taxes, even though it's Appreciation Station, I created it because I had to create a tier. It's so fucked up. But I don't see a dime of that 99 cents. That goes all to YouTube, unfortunately. But it does give you access to members if you can't afford the $14.99 right now. And then, you know, when you can afford it, then switch over. As long as it's good intentions and it's not karmic and it's not like, hey, I just want to see what it's about. No. What goes around comes around. Spirit knows, like, your guides know. Like, there would be some karma for some fucked up shit if people just join that way. I'm not even worried about it. I'm putting it out there, but I'm not even worried about it. And it's not a threat. It's reality. It's just the reality of the situation. It's just facts. It is what it is. Like, it's karmic. You know what I mean? You know? So, again, I'm not worried about it. But for those who truly can't afford it, do the 99-cent one, and I can stick you into members' videos. You know? So, yep, that's where you can find it for now. I don't know why the button is not where it's supposed to be, but it is what it is. So, I mean, there's thousands of you that, you know, if somebody told me I only had to pay the 99 cents, there's thousands of you that watch the videos every day. You guys only see so many, but more than half of the people that watch are not subscribed. Only 40-something% of you actually subscribe that people can see. It's just, YouTube is just so fucked up. But anywho, if you can't afford the $14.99, do the 99-cent one. It is really an Appreciation Station, but it's, you know, I think I see like 17 cents or something. It's not about that. It's never been about the money for me, you know, which is a lesson for me in life too, you know, so. It's a lesson I had to learn. I had to learn for it to come back around and do properly. But it's part of one of my life lessons, you know. So I will be on members again shortly within the next couple hours. I want to clear the energy down here, especially since it's raining. It has not rained around here in so long. So I'm super excited about that. There is 3 tiers. The $1.99 you can do. I'm the $14.99 is the tier that I'm always going to be on. The $1.99 doesn't even like exist. Like, it's there, but only because I had to create a tier. You can click on it instead of the 99-cent one, you know. But just know I work with karma. I'm a healer. So for those who genuinely can't afford it, just do the 99-cent one. I would do that with anybody that I would listen to. Just because it's like then that person has a heart. So it's basically saying I have a heart, but I'm just saying, like, you know, it's karmic. That's what it is. Morning B. So you should just join the Appreciation Station. So welcome. again, I truly feel like if you can't afford the $19.99, you can absolutely do the 99-cent one or the $1.99. But the tier itself, you know, is the $14.99. And I can do it so only the $14.99 can watch, you know. But right now I have it set up where Appreciation Station and the other tiers can watch. You know what I mean? So everything is karmic. So if you can truly afford the $19.99, you should be doing the $14.99, you should be doing the 40. If you can't, you know, you do the Appreciation Station. And to me, like, it's karmic. So, you know, I appreciate you guys like you guys appreciate me. Oh, thanks, guys. A lot of people that I don't even know are now joining the Appreciation Station. Native Queen, never heard of you before. Morning Bee, never heard of you before. You know, so welcome. You know, and I truly believe, like, it's us, it's compassion. You know what I mean? It's the right thing to do. So for me, it feels like the right thing to do. I don't need a tier that's $500, you know? So I know I'd be super appreciative if there was a reader I loved and offered everything on the same thing, you know, for 99 cents, and you're still getting what everybody else gets for the $14.99. You know what I mean? That's when, like, life changes, because then when life freaking changes and then it's like, all right, I can step up to this one, step up to this one. There's life lessons there for you too. Like, it's not even about like appreciation like that. Like, it's not a way like you're supporting me. Like, we're supporting each other. Like, and I don't know what comes next on the members, but I've just been being pulled to do it. And when I do certain different platforms, there is certain energies that do play out differently. But my YouTubers, I just saw 26, my YouTubers on this channel itself is still going to get what you normally get anyway. Right? So it's not like this free content is going to be affected like that. You're not going to get less. You know what I mean? It's also a lesson for me. Be more disciplined, find the balance. It's for everybody. 26. Find focus upon your spiritual interest and practices. Listen to your intuition, the next steps in regard to serving your life purpose, soul mission. Your life purpose in the path is fully supported by the universe. You do not need to worry about money, material things, aspects of your life. As you serve your soul mission, will provide for you and encourage you to find balance and stability, both career and family, and enjoy the company, friends, and loved ones. Embrace important people in your life and be present in the moment. Love and cherish them. Seek out the soul-like people. Enjoy deeper, open, more authentic conversations and connections that allow you to stretch your mind and nourish your spirit, which is kind of everything I just kind of said to you guys. It's just kind of like confirmation. You know what I mean? So that's nice. You know? So again, it's raining here right now in New England, which is nice. It has not rained here in over a week, and we have had a massive amount of pollen. So I want to wipe out the windowsills, open the windows, put a sweatshirt on, get the air flowing in here, because I've only had the air conditioner on for like the last week. I haven't like actually had fresh air because of all the fucking allergies, all the fucking pollen and shit floating around. So I just want to cleanse the area. And then I'm going to jump on numbers. Okay. So I see you guys shortly. I mean, I just dusted the other day and I can literally still see the dust right here. And that's like yellow. So that's gross. That's like pollen too. It's gross. I did my windowsills the other day. I didn't think to do over here. So cleanse your area, cleanse yourself, cleanse your area. And I will see you soon on members. And again, hopefully you get a notification. I know earlier that you weren't. I had to come on live here to tell you guys that I was on members. So I'm assuming you'll just see me eventually go live. So I'll wait a few minutes before I start the videos on members until I realize that you guys know that I'm on. It is very strange because it says once you enable members, the join button should just be there, but it's not. It hasn't been. So it might just take some time to upload, or maybe I have to just start doing videos on it for it to click. I mean, I don't fucking know. Anywho, I'll see you shortly. And I love you guys. And I'll see you soon. Bye, guys.